Herkese selamlar arkadaşlar. Horizon Forbidden West'in yeni bölümüne hoş geldiniz. Her zaman olduğu gibi beğenmeyi ve yorumda bulunmayı unutmayın ki ben de hızlı bu bölümleri sizlere ulaştırayım. Umarım bu seriden keyif alıyorsunuzdur. Bu tarzda farklı seriler çekmek ve sizlerle buluşturmak çok istiyorum açıkçası. Şimdi Medeniyetlerin 5'i adında yepyeni bir görevimiz açıldı. Neymiş? Başka bir odada açtıysan dur bakalım. Dur önce onu bir görelim.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private.
Gaia, what's this room?
Hakikaten ne lan bura?
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. And while those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed, I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Well, that's something.
O verilere bakılabilir. O zaman ana görevden devam.
There she is. You ready to head out?
Hadi gidek.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Hadi bakalım. Hepiniz böyle video açtığınızda sıhhatler olsun dediniz değil mi? Aslında sakal var da ışık o kadar kötü ki düzgün görünmüyor. Videoları izleyerek ışık almamı sağlayabilirsiniz.
Had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Tabii ki tuzak. Ne var orada hakikaten ya? Aha. Maşallah. Aha öldürdü. Öldürdü mü hakikaten? Yo. Hayda. Ne oldu lan öyle? Kalkanını bir şekilde parçaladılar.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you
Bu nedir ya?
Almost didn't make it.
Olay tuhaf. Nasıl öldü lan o?
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she could make it come and go.
Hello, Verbena. What do you have for me?
Now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Allah Allah.
Hold on. I think I see something.
Ne gördün? Ne gördün sen? Ha, oha bunları da öldürmüşler.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Tayf birimi. Emanetin kurtarılması. Shutter izlemeye devam. Emirler onaylandı. Allah Allah, niye bunları nasıl asiler? Eloy bile hiçbir şey yapamadı. Olay ne? Yağmacı ölmüş bir tane de. Dur lan, bunun bir şey yok mu? Bir bakalım da etrafımıza. Yağmacı ile ilgili bir sıkıntı yok. Varl burada. Malzeme zulaları var. Ne kadarlık bir alandan bahsediyoruz? Aslında bayağı da geniş bir alan burası. Ha, şurada bir şey var ama malzeme kutusu değil mi o?
Just what I needed.
Ne yapacağım ki bunu? Ne yapacağım yani? Bırak. Şu varlığın yanına gidelim. Varlığın yanında bir şeyler çıkabilir diyeceğim de. Aha. Bak orada tepedeymiş. Evet, gördünüz mü? Bak burada kalmış patlayan silah diye. Oraya gitmek lazım. Nereden çıkarız? Şuradan çıkarız aslında. Her yer beyaz oldu ya.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Fokuslu Oseram mı? Allah Allah. Lan nasıl tuhaf bir topluluk. Neden böyle bir şey var? Acaba şeyin Silence'la falan mı alakası var bu Oseramların?
But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Ne yapacağız? Suya mı sokacağız?
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here.
Lan ne oldu? Hiçbir şey de söylemedi.
Back to Erend.
İyi, görelim bakalım. Neyi çözdün bakalım? Dedektif. Ha, Batman. Ha. Neyi çözdün?
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else.
O verinin peşine düşeceğiz o zaman.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost.
But ne?
Had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Ya muhtemelen önce zaten asileri bitireceğiz. Forzenit muhtemelen oyunun son bossları arasında Forzenit ekibi de. Farzenit daha doğrusu. Asilerin bu yolu nasıl bulduğu Silence'la ilişkilidir yani. Kimle ilişkili olacak başka?
That's a long way down.
Hey maşallah.
Tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful.
Hakikaten solucan ne?
Was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Vay Elo ekiple hareket etme muhabbetlerini getir. İyi bari iyi. Şimdi biraz yetenek puanı birikti ya. Onları harcayalım arkadaşlar. Avcı tarafında bakayım ne yapabiliriz. O Katar'a şu an yüklenmeye gerek yok. Aslında savaşçı bölümüne bir yüklenebiliriz açık. Gel bakalım. Savaşçı yayına da yüklenmeye gerek yok. Şu an için en azından. Bakalım nasılmış. Oo güzel. Zamanlamayı iyi tutturmak lazım. Oo güzel kombatlar. Sevdiğimiz şeyler bunlar. Şöyle de güç yükleriz. Ağzını burnunu kırarız milletin. Hadi var.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Aha.
Looks like some kind of data center. We might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Net Farzenit. Farzenit yani net. Ne işi var böyle bir nesnenin burada?
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Ya varla bir şey olmasın ya. Ya işte bak bu yüzden milleti yanında sürüklemesi hoş olsa da kafasını gözünü dağıtırlar varlığın ya.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
Bakalım şu
He's gone.
Farzenit hakkında bir şeyler öğrenelim.
Then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Bakalım. Ha tamam veri işleme şeyleri bunlar. Tepeye çıkacağız.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't
Evet.
killer machines.
Doğru.
You can blow up.
Değil mi? Oyunun tutorial'ında da Var'la beraber bir Farzenit tesisine gidiyorlardı. Burası açılıyor mu lan? Hoş. Burada bir şeyler var. Taramaya başlayalım.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things for their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Burada bir şey var mı?
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility. This place keeps on going. Remember when I told you I was made, not born?
Doğru.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Neymiş? Zero Dawn'la yaptığım görüşmeye katılsaydım bu anlaşma kiminle yaptıysa işini biliyormuş. İnsanın tüm bilgi birikimi karşılığında depoda tosttan birkaç teknolojimizi vermişiz. Pazarlık dediğim böyle olur. Eleuthia asıl işlerinin başındaki Patrick Klein var ya gözlerindeki ışıldı. Tasakasa bizi sormam. İlginç. Aslında hiçbir şey karşılığında falan diyor. Ama oradaki zaten tartışmaları hatırlarsanız ilk tesislere girdiğimizde hani Elizabeth zaten verin gitsin diyordu. Hani Apollo kaybolmasın, yapmayın etmeyin kafasındaydı hani. Çalmalarına rağmen veriyordu. Ama buradaki bir egoist bakış açısı tabii.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is,
Sanmıyorum.
somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Aramızdaki en parlak yıldızı kaybettiğimizi duymuşsunuzdur. Odyssey, ektogenez, old araştırma Peter için çok önemli. Üst son birkaç ay gösteren tüm çaba aldığımız sizin için. Kurucumuzun yazısını tutarken önümüzdeki parlak geleceğe bakmaktan imtina etmemeliyiz. Bu yüzden proje önericiliklerini değiştiriyoruz. Tokyo ve Lagos tesislerimize sürdüler. İnsan ömrü bunlar bayağı uçmuşlar ya. Farzenit ne yapıyormuş ya? Farzenit'in gizemi hakikaten olayı ne bunların? Ne yapmışlar? Ne etmişler? Osman Tuz. O ne lan? Malik'in ekibine gelen nörofizyoloji deneylerinden elde ettikleri son sonuçlar gelecek vadede Tokyo'daki teslimi sağladı. Ek verileri de göz önünde bulundurursak işlevsel birinci nesil implant üretmeye epey yaklaştık. Zürih'teki dostlarımız VBD'de bulguları gönderdi. Sonuç umutları. Bunlar arkadaşlar yaşam süresini uzatmaya çalışan tipler. Çünkü Sirius'a gidecekler ya oyunun en başında. Oraya vardıklarında olabildiğince çok yaşamak istiyorlar. Çünkü normal şartlarda 300 yıl sürecek bir yolculuk. Torununun torunu oraya ulaşacak. Ne kadar ilerideler? Ben onu çok merak ediyorum Farzenit'in. O dönem için bile ne kadar ilerideler? Apollo'daki bilgilerle ne yaptılar? Ya gerçi Apollo'daki bilgiler daha çok geçmişi unutmamak manasında bir şey.
The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Konsol burada mı?
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Ha bir sürü logumuz var değil mi? İmdat çağrısı. Hah. 237. Bu mu yani 237 mi?
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like.
Ama 236 tane var diyor. O ne yapılar neler yapmış bunlar ya? Elizabeth'in klonu mu o acaba? Hadi canım. Vallahi o. Başka bir klondur diye düşünüyorum.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice.
Kairojini'yi mi buldular bunlar?
Must have cut this from her head. But why?
was a bit... apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this...
Elizabeth diye bize sesleniyor herhalde.
Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now.
Oha! Canlılığı da yeniden üretebilirler.
To merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
Bir şekilde kaçmış.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Gelecekler.
They can fly. Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
Ya umarım kurtarırız. Sormak istediğim çok şey var ona ya.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Varl ve klon nerede? Burada.
Here it comes!
Niye karşı dayanıklısın sen? Öğreneceğiz.
Ugly one, aren't you?
Başka ne var elimizde? Elektrik. Elektriğe karşı bayağı iyisin.
Mount.
Dur lan. Sakin. Hayda. Ayıptır şu yaptığın ama ya.
See if it hasn't...
Ama ben de hak ettim şimdi. Ho ho ho. Oo, ikinci bir patlama.
That thing's quick.
Keşke gizlenseydim ya. Daha iyi öğrenirdim. Neresine vurmam gerektiğini. Acaba öyle mi yapsam? Ama battı balık yan gider ya. Çat! 323 vurdum. O da iyi vurdu ama. Oh. Oh. Şuradan. Aha, çok iyiydi. Köşeler çıkmış ortaya. Bir daha oradan vuralım. Gitti Tayf. Oh.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Şok birimi patlayıcıymış.
Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Var mı bir gelişme? Antik malzeme sandı. Bir dakika. Onu alalım. Yukarı çıkmada bir şey yok zaten. Vallahi ekipmanımı iyi ki güçlendirmişim. Yemin ederim iyi ki güçlendirmişim şu ekipmanları. Ne yapıyorsunuz lan? Diğer türlü var ya kendime zor gelirdim ya. İşte o yan görevler bu yüzden önemli. Yani bu oyunun böyle aşamalarında en azından keyifli olabiliyor yaptığınız işler. Diğer türlü çok zorlar ya. Tabii normalde veya zorda oynuyorsanız veya kolayda oynuyorsanız zaten oyunda herhangi bir şekilde kasmanıza gerek yok. Sadece hikaye için ilerletiyorsunuz karakteri. Herhangi bir yeteneği vermeseniz de.
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Buradan çıkabiliyor muyum? Burası geldiğimiz yer. Şöyle yapsak. Heh. Bir çıkış buldum sanırım. Nasıl? Aha. Aha.
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Aman aman aman Erend.
I'm almost there.
Aman Erend. Aman aman aman abi. Ne olur. Vallahi en sevdiğim yan karakter. Yapmayın buna bunu.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put.
Şok birimi. Parçayı işaretleyelim.
You need me? I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire.
Aa. Tüh, puan da yokmuş.
Heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre. Sends to my stash.
Bakayım bir işe yarayacak mı?
Shield down! He's on the move!
Aman diyorum.
Yeah, that's gonna blow.
Şöyle kenarlardan. Şuradan. Aman.
With plasma.
Oh.
That's the quick way to take it down.
Bir tane daha.
What's this? Idiot beats hammer.
Çok temizdi. Direkt zayıf yönünü yakaladık. Hadi üste gidin üste.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Oha ya, her şeye mimik koymuşlar.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Silah soğuma muhabbeti vardı değil mi? Silah soğudu şimdi. Makine soğuk. Hadi bakayım.
No. Damn it.
Ne bu?
It's better than nothing.
Ne yapacak ki onu cebe attı. Ne güzel. Cebe attı.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Val ve klonla konuş. Şuraya gidelim. Üst kat.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
Muhtemelen uyanmayı beklemiyordu sanırım.
Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Simulacrum. Oha, çok iyi yalnız oradaki gönderme.
Despair. It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world.
Benim anlamadığım dünyadan ne istiyor olabilirler?
100 years, but it didn't last.
Ha.
Natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship.
Nasıl lan?
I spent years
Nasıl ya?
training interface, so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
Dedim bu bölümü iyi hikaye dinleyeceğiz.
Gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise.
Oyunda bir tek dikkatimi çeken şey şu animasyonlarda hani mizanseni yapıyorlar. Keşke o mizansende oldukları gibi kalsalar ama hani muhtemelen işlemleri çok zorluyordur. Ve geri eski sıfırlanıyorlar ya konuşma başındaki hallerine.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship.
Yani.
Well, I know there could be more of them out in space.
Hiç ürememişler mi? Ne yapmışlar bunlar? Bu kadar uzun süre.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
Ölmedikleri için
All I was
olabilir.
ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object.
Çok yalan geliyor bana.
Event.
O teknolojiye sahipler.
Violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age too.
Bana çok mantıklı gelmiyor bir doğal afet. Yani o tarzda 1000 yıl ileride teknolojileri. Dünyanın o zamanki teknolojisi zaten süper güçlü yapay zeka yaratabilen bir dünya. Onun 1000 yıl ilerisindeler. Ve Apollo'ya sahipler.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
A root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
İyi planlamış, öyle kafadan şeyden değil ya.
You were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive. would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it. The Zeniths have a copy, so it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or... So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course.
Ay, yordun be beta.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia.
Artistik yapıyor bir de. Bunların teknolojisiyle seninkilerin bir mi? Manyak. Adam taş devrinde yaşıyor. Taş devrinde. Makine parçaları takmış yüzüne orada.
Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Artist ya. Gaia. Bu ablanın sıkıntısı nedir? Lan adamlar taş devrinde ya. Dinozor avlıyorlar ya. Allah Allah. Diyor ki çok geridesiniz. Adamın orada kalkanı var. Her yerini koruyor. Ateş ediyorsun ölmüyor. Özel silah geliştirmen gerekiyor. Diyor ki çok geridesiniz. Nerede Hephaestus? Kadın okla, yayla yaratık avlıyor. Makine avlıyor. Yani ağzından çıkanla kulağının duyduğunu tuttuğuna emin misin betacım? Neyse.
I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this.
Palantir.
Part of somehow stripped of its shield, but it functioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it.
Silence nerede girecek devreye? Silence gene saçma sapan bir yerde devreye girecek ve işleri çok kötü bozacak bence.
By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover.
Silence işte. Kim olacak başka?
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right.
Arkadaşlar eşim yanında nah yapıyor bana ben bunu izlerken.
And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
O zaman arkadaşlar sonraki bölümde görüşürüz. Bu bölümü hiç uzatmayacağım. Evet biraz erken bitiyor. 45 dakikada bitiyor. Ama bayağı güzel hikaye dinledik. Bayağı güzel olaylar oldu. Öğreneceğimiz, edeceğimiz çok şey var. Biraz yan görev, ana görev ağırlıklı olarak gitmeye devam edeceğiz sonraki bölümde. O zaman görüşürüz. Kendinize çok iyi bakın.
Ya bunu izleyeceğinize gidin de ananızla babanızla iki sohbet edin yani. Hadi hoşça kalın. Kapat.
Burnum çirkin görünüyor böyle ışıkta. Kötü ışık almak lazım.
Hayır, burnumu
Gargamel
yaptırma.